This is practical advice on how to stop wanking. Let's start this video off by saying, no need to be weird here, bro, okay? I'm sat in public on some rooftop bar in East London talking about wanking. So if I can do it, you don't need to be weird, okay? You need to really have a reflection inwards and be honest with yourself, okay? Because if you're not open to the point where I'm so ready to have conversations, even in public, about it, you have deep insecurities that you still need to face. And if you don't conquer this, then this vice, this habit, this darkness that wanking and bashing and gooning has over you will continue to consume you, and it will affect you in ways that you can't imagine, okay? It's deeper than just blowing your load and your children down the sink, it's more than ruining your interaction with females. It's more than just dampening your work ethic. It genuinely infests and poisons you to the core. Because ultimately, without going into nooks and crannies, it's an invention by the devil and propagated by the people of the devil. We're all aware of who runs all these pornographic sites, and we're also aware of the larger agenda. And so if, after all of that consciousness, you still find yourself bashing and gooning, you have to ask yourself, how do I stoop so low? And what is it that pushes me to that point? When I sat down and asked myself these sort of questions, I was deeply troubled. You know, I'd try and avoid the conversation and have a cigarette, go out and distract myself with the boys, and then come back, and I'd probably fold again because it hadn't been rectified at the point, right? Because every time you get the urge, that's when you need to ask yourself. There's no point asking yourself now, right? Because you're in a whole different mode. But it's when it catches you, that horny feeling you have. It's vulgar, but at the same time, if no one talks about it, you won't find the way to address it. And so when you've got that almost animalistic kind of like, you know, young boy but lion mentality, and you're like, yo, I need to do something, then do something. Okay? Step one, just do something, not that. Okay? Even tell yourself, I'll give myself the nut after I do 20 press-ups. Because now you've got all this life force. Think about it. Your body's literally telling you, I've got testosterone pumping, your balls are starting to load up, your meat's getting hard, yeah. But normally you stroke it. I'm saying this time, let it hang, brother. Let it hang. Here, let your nuts hang if you bear for real. Now start banging some press-ups. Use that life force. Use that manlyhood. Okay, before you flush it down the toilet. If you're going to flush it down regardless, how about I just add one little friction point and you do some press-ups? Because you'll find once you do the press-ups, you get up thinking, what the fuck what was I about to do? You know, put yourself into that third person. Pretend there's a CCTV camera attached to the corner of your bathroom or your bedroom, and it looks at you as you're hunched over, topless, lotion, tissue. You look like a fucking fool, brother. If you can't imagine yourself now, imagine walking into someone wanking. Imagine that visual there. That's what God sees. Sorry I had to take it there, but God sees that. There is no CCTV, there's no need. God is the all-seeing, the all-knowing. He knows what you're doing, little boy. And when you wonder, why is my life going wrong in so many ways? Why do things not work out for me? Then have you stopped and asked that question? What am I spending my time on? And what has God seen me do? God's given you the gift of life, time on earth. And when we play back your tapes, bro, what are you doing with your time? You bash it. You're stroking your little meat, yeah? And you think you're going to get somewhere by doing that. So look, we've established you need to break out of this habit. Step one, like I said, is put a friction point, right? So in between you and bashing, put a friction point. Now, after a friction point, if you still feel like you're still ready to go, do it. Go on, then do it. And you'll see every single time you regret it, right? You know you're going to regret it. So that means you didn't do enough push-ups. The regret should be, I didn't do enough work. Because if you exhaust yourself, right, the moment you get lustful, you add a friction point to do some work, take some action. If you feel like the loop is going back to your lustful behavior. It simply means this point here, the action, you didn't do enough. And so start the loop over again and exert yourself again. You'll find the most productive hours at the times you're horny, bro. As a caveman, a barbarian, when he's hungry, when he ain't fucked something in a while. Ha! Let me conquer. Conquer your lust, and you're going to start to conquer some serious work, and you'll make some serious advancements. And let me tell you, boys, you little gooner, let me tell you, life changes. You get this aura, boys, that people can feel it, especially the women. They know which boys touch their meat and don't. I can tell you this because I'm on the other side. And it's very telling. So listen, if you're currently being perceived as a weirdo incel, you know that people look at you as a creep. It's all your own doing. And you know what you're doing. Them late hours at night, that's all you. It's conscious decisions that you are making. No one's holding a gun to your head. You can give me 1,001 excuses. Oh, bro, but this and that. I don't care. That's why I'm not even going to go into the excuses. It doesn't matter. There's not a valid reason. 1,001 excuses, not a single reason to me or to God that justifies this action. So for you, make this a top priority on how you can conquer this lustful desire of yours, specifically wanking. Remember, if you enjoyed this and you want in-depth program material like this, and you want the opportunity to speak to me one-to-one, as well as Cavani and our mindset coach, check out the school community. We've got a bunch of testimonials on there, boys. Like I said, I'm here to show game. We're going to just continuously provide you value. And when you feel ready to jump on board on a winner's project and you're ready to take your self-improvement journey to the next level, listen, my school community is there. Boys, until next time.